All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to all our Akim doing and pushing his word in sincerity and truth worldwide, and a sincere shalom to the elect. Now I want to go into this little lesson here. I've seen this short here. So yeah, it was a short, right? It says the book that taught Europeans how to cook in Palestine. Okay? Europeans housewives who came to the land of Israel as pioneers, colonialists, pioneers, same fucking word, need to learn how to cook to make do with ingredients available in their new homeland. See, this is what we tell you. We tell you people, hey, you small hats, you're not, the true people of Yahweh Shimei Shai, man. Okay? Shit ain't lining up. Okay, so another question would be, pioneer equals colonizers, man. Colonizers they were. And that's exactly what it is, man. Straight. See, why you gotta make a book to teach you how to cook? Like somebody from Jamaica, they don't need no fucking book how to cook their national dishes or what's around them. Okay? They should know that because they grew up in it, right? If you didn't grow up in it, you're not gonna know, right? But let's just say you get taken from one spot to another. All the West Indians, Greater Tilly, Lower Tillies that come over here, they're picking on how to cook their dishes. Nevertheless, the appearance, but they're picking on how to cook their dishes, right? Or they have some form of familiarity of what their ingredients and what's in that food, or what it called. But here it is, how to cook in Palestine. Nigga, you from there, you're supposed to know, right? You're supposed to know. So this is a bunch of things that they had there. I just took some screenshots, and then when I looked up the book, you can look it up for yourself. Okay, Europeans, you understand? Basically, how the book that taught Edomites how to cook in Palestine. Okay, how to cook in Palestine, 1936 cookbook written by German domestic economist enemy Aaron Myers collection. So yeah, as you can see, okay, so my question is, if you're supposed to be, okay, and it's not like you got taken up and put in a boat like us and beaten, you know what I'm saying, and stripped of our heritage, Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4, you were right there, okay? You're all dib out. So what is this shit? What's going on here, man? The Bible and history itself proves you are not the father. Okay, you're not the father. You're not the father of Yashra Allah. You don't belong to Jacob. You're a bastard. Okay? You belong to Esau. Okay? So you are not the father, man. You don't know how to cook your own cultivation. Just like I was saying, people from the islands, they know how to cook their own cultivation, man. When I go to the store and I grab yam and all them things, I don't know how to cook it. Of course I know how to cook it. Saltfish, snapper, everything. Oxtail, everything. Okay? The syrup and meat, do this and that, season it down and what to season it with, if you want pimento, so on and so forth. You know? Yeah, we all into that. But how is it that you don't know? You right there. Okay? You within a spit of the land. But yet you don't know. Come on now. We're not foolish, man. We're not foolish, man. Try to play that shit all you want. We're not dumb. Tobit chapter 13 and verse 1. Then Tobit wrote a prayer of rejoicing and said, Blessed be Yahweh that liveth forever, and blessed be his kingdom. For he doeth scourge and have mercy. He leadeth down to hell and bringeth up again. Neither is there any that could avoid his hand. Confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he hath scattered us among them. There declare his greatness, and exalt him before all the living. For he is our Lord, and he is the power, our Father forever. And he will scourge us for our iniquities, and will have mercy again, and will gather us out of all nations among whom he have scattered us. Okay? You guys just say you're on one part. Okay? For the whole time. But the Lord said that he gonna scatter us all over the world. You don't fit that. Okay? You don't fit that at all. Okay? Because when you do the science and the research on where your people were and what you said and so on and so forth, it don't fit the prophecies, man. It does not fit the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But we fit that. We snugly fit that. Okay? Like puzzle pieces on the board, man. You don't fit in there, man. You get the fuck out of here. Here it is as a triangle, and you're a box. You need a box. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 64. And Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Bottom line, Lord said you're going to scatter us everywhere. And through this scattering, and through this harsh payment that we had to pay back to the Lord, okay, going through slavery, that transatlantic slavery, of course we lost our heritage. But you were right there, okay? You didn't go through no rigorous shit, okay? Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever, and forever is for appointed time. But the point here is, thou shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemy in a land which thou knowest not. Going back to the scriptures. Okay, scattered from one land all the way across the world, from one end to the other. Okay, and what were we doing there? We were serving our enemies in those lands, man. Okay, and especially here, this land, Babylon, or Salakia, Babylon. Okay, where we were set to put through rigorous work, you know, like in Egypt, but even worse. And down in the greater and lesser Antilles. Okay, we were put through that rigorous hardship, okay, slaughter, murder, okay. That's what happened to us. Ezekiel chapter 35, he went above and beyond with us. What's your name? Toby. Remember, it said Hebrews for sale, right? Remember, what did it say? On the West Coast, it said Kingdom of Judah, right? So we know who we were. Well, yeah, and over time, you know, mixing and mingling with these people since 70 AD in the west coast of Africa and the interiors of it, right? Mainly the west. Yeah, we mixed a little. Hey, it tells you they were mingled among the people and learn their works. So if you're mingled amongst the people, you start to mingle their things with your things, okay? And things get watered down a little bit. Language gets changed up a little bit. But guess what? Us going through that transatlantic slavery, that's where we lost tons of heritage, man. We're over here calling ourselves West Indian now. Negro, blacks, Black Americans, Negro Americans, African Americans, all types of bywords. This is what they were looking for. Lamentation chapter 2, 15 to 16 and 17. Okay, this is what they looked for. They clap their hands and say, yes. See them now? They call themselves niggers and all types of shit. They don't even know who the fuck they are. But you over there in that land, talking about you lost your heritage, really bumped your head and was like, I can't remember. You didn't even go through shit. Okay? So I want to hear that crap. Yep, Psalms 106. Mingle among the people and learn their works. And that's also another, a falling away from your heritage. Psalms 106 and verse 35. But they were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And what do I mean by that? A lot of times when you take your genetics, go into one of these heathen women, the child usually learns the works of the heathen mother because they're around the heathen mother consistently. Mother, doesn't matter heathen or what, but at this point we're using the heathens, right? The true heathens, right? The non-Israelites. And then they learn those works. They grow up and they start doing things like Hebrew Israelites, or they do things like that nation with a Hebrew Israelite twist. This is what we're seeing with Sakari and all these other guys, man. So yeah, falling away from our heritage because a lot of this mixing and mingling with these heathens, you start to pick up their works. Jeremiah chapter 2:33, why trimmest thy way to seek love? Look at Solomon. Solomon got wrapped up. What is that, 1 Kings or 2 Kings 11? Verse 5 talks about how he served the gods of his women. Okay? Everything could pass, Solomon was old. And verse 4, that his wives turned away his heart, meaning his mind, after other gods. And his heart was not perfect with Yahweh, his God, his power, as was the heart of David, his father. So, as you can see right there, Yahweh Shai was Solomon. Okay? So how much more men out here in the house of Israel that, had children with these other nations, and then children grow up or even themselves, start doing things funny and doing things off and mixing and mingling, mixing the way of Yahweh Shem Yahshua with these other heathens, incorporating things like, and that's what our people did, man. This is why a falling away happened to us, man. We truly lost our heritage. We truly lost our ways, man. And this is a punishment from Yahweh Shem Yahshua. But, hey, let's get this real quick. This is why this is quoted the way it's quoted. Hosea 1 and 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. What are they doing to us now? In these lands of captivity. Yo, you ain't no Israelite. You're a Jamaican, man. You're Native American, yo. Or you're Latino, man. You're from Mexico and so on and so forth. Guatemalan. Right? But guess what? It's going to be said to them that what? Ye are the sons of the living power. Okay? You always said you knew who you were. Okay? You always said we always knew who we were. We kept the practices over all those years. So where's these curses? Yahweh's not a man that he should lie. Okay? Where's these curses that came upon you? Okay? Baruch 5 and 5. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look towards the east, and behold, thy children gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of Yahweh. Look towards the east, and behold, thy children gathered from the west unto the east. Y'all was just stuck up in Europe. Talking about, yeah, that's your homeland, and we got snatched out of it, and so on and so forth. The Holly happened, and so on and so forth. But we went through the worst Holocaust, yo. What happened to our people? Our people went through a fucking Holocaust, man. No matter what, I don't care what you talk about. Some people, this happened for 2 years, a year, 4 years. Nigga, you know how much years we were being castrated, beaten fucking ripped apart, tied to horses, African Dodgers, hung from trees. Get the fuck out of here. Tires tarred and burnt alive? And you niggas got the gall to fucking say, yeah, that's least important. How fucking dare you, man? And you know what? Yahweh Shemel Shah is going to give you the ass whooping you deserve, man. And we're going to like it. We're going to sit back and laugh. Because give on to her double. So yeah, you thought that was cool what you were doing to us. You thought the Lord was always one as yourself. You got pig-headed, you got bright. Don't worry. Lord got something for you, man, because the word don't lie. Yahweh don't lie. Okay? Yup. And if you are the people, as they say, right? Let's go here right now. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Right now, who's ruling the world? The hand of the wicked. The wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. What happened to us? Renaissance period. Excuse me, sir, you can't talk like that. Go fuck yourself. All of our photos and everything was covered up. Noses broke off, everything. Talking about it just got blackened. But yet, the eyes are white. The lips are red with lipstick, right? As a portrait, right? Or just red. The skin is dark. But yet, just the face got blackened. What about the red lips? What about the whites in the eyes? Or they used a different thing. Get the fuck out of here, man. Full of excuses. You know, the Russians, they done revealed who they know. Putin, yo, go inside the fucking vault and bring it out, man. What the fuck these niggas play with? I'm gonna show you America. Hey, Iran did it just the other day. You know who the fuck you guys are? You know, our plight is not with you. Our plight is with Esau, as your scriptures say. That would happen in these times. So going back into this, if not, where and who is he? Yes. If not, where and who is he? Okay? If you ain't the damn devil himself, okay? If you ain't Satan's seed, who is? Because shit ain't adding up here. According to y'all. But according to us, we know, hey, shit is adding up here. We see you for who you are, man. You covered the faces of the judges thereof. We're the judges. We're the true judges of this place, man. Right now we're taking a beating. But when the kingdom is established, who's going to be judging the world, man? Who's the true princesses and priest of Yahweh Shemel Shai? This is why we must walk, you know, in righteousness. You know, being the best example, being that light, right? But, you know, we took that L. But guess what? We have to go through this to appreciate what we're going to get. You don't just hand a kid that don't do nothing a brand new Mercedes. No, you got to bust his ass for that. 2 kids, I always say there's 2 kids in the household, or 2 young men in the household. One busting his ass, going to school, work, 2 jobs. Next one, greasy fingers, playing Super Famicom, just sitting down with Game Boy and all types of shit all day, and he ain't doing nothing. You think his dad's going to come back with a car and give it to him? No, you don't deserve shit. Your brother who's fucking busting his ass with 3 jobs, night school and school, yeah, he deserves it, right? So it's much like us. We have to go through all of this to appreciate what we're going to get. And rulership, the whole world, universe. Come on now. And yes, Yahweh Shemel Shai, they come first. So, going back into this, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Right now, we're seeing wickedness. Right now, in the end of times, the wicked are going to be in charge. Right? So, you don't fulfill prophecy as being the people. You fulfill prophecy as being the damn devils. You guys are in charge. You guys own corporations. Okay? We know. We're not dumb. Okay? Who's the Rockefellers? Who's these people? Who are they? Where they? These niggas lead back to the Dukes of Edom. We're not stupid. Okay? And yes, the revealing is happening right now through the true servants of Yahweh Shemel Shai as prophets, through true men. Isaiah chapter 25 is true people. And verse 7, and he will destroy on this mountain the face of the cover cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. And we did that, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, starting with the Ava Bivens, on to our apostle elders and their elders before them, right? Down onto the elders, the bishops, and us. The revealing is happening. The secret is out. We're showing you nations who the fuck you are. So-called Chinese, you're Moabites, right? You Africans, Hamites, so on and so forth, right? You, so-called white man, okay? And not all, we know that, hey, our seed is scattered amongst all these nations. But you, we know who you are, man. We know who you identify as, okay? And the veil is being torn down, has been torn down, okay? So now, how you don't know how to cook your own damn food, man, your own cultivar? How? Just like Jamaicans, you think West Indian, Trini, Bajan, Jamaican, Vinci, any one of them could say, I don't know how to... Take them and throw them in China and let them have the cultivars of their land. You think they can't slap some together? You're crazy, okay? So this is how we know, the Bible and history itself proves you're not the father. Like Maury, you are not the father. You're not the father of the 12. No, you're not. You're the father of the Dukes of Edom, okay? But you're not the father of the 12, man. The Bible, the word of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and history itself proves you are not the father. And with that, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to Allah Akim doing and pushing His word in sincerity and truth worldwide, and a sincere shalom to the elect. I hope you're edified. Lord willing, to the next time, Akim. Sincere Akim. Shalom and Abad Babal.